Hey folks, here's a quick little video on how to do basic speed problems with a graphic that might help you out figuring out how to rearrange the formula. Because they will give you the formula, speed or velocity equals distance over time. That's given to you on your reference table, so you don't have to memorize it. It's an easy one to memorize, but you don't have to memorize it. The problem is, it may not be that they ask you for speed. They might ask you for distance or time, and students often have trouble rearranging the formula. There's different ways you can do it. So our the basic technique is this. You draw a triangle. Now this works for any formula that has three parts: speed, distance, time. So we have three variables. You draw a triangle and you divide it. You put like a T in it. So you've divided it into three sections. And then you write your formula. So since the formula is speed equals distance over time, I want distance to be on top and time to be underneath it. So speed equals distance over time. If it instead had been like a distance, suppose they said distance is speed times time, which is true, then I would have written it distance is speed times time. So when two objects are next to each other, you're multiplying them. And when one is over the other, you're dividing. So what's cool about this is it gives you all three formulas. It gives you the formula for speed, obviously, but also the formula for distance and the formula for time. You just cover up whichever one you're looking for. So if I were looking for speed, distance over time. If I'm looking for distance, speed times time. If I'm looking for time, distance divided by speed. So here's an example of a speed problem. A boy is walking with a speed of 4 kilometers an hour. How much time will it take him to walk a distance of 20 kilometers? So I'm not calculating speed. They gave me the speed, 4 kilometers an hour. They're asking me for time, distance divided by speed. So it would be 20 divided by 4. Here's a very basic speed problem. Speed is distance over time. They say a cyclist covers a distance of 15 miles in 2 hours. What is his speed? So I have distance, I have time. It'd be 15, distance over time. 15 divided by 2 will give me 7.5. And one last one, maybe a little more complicated. A car takes 4 hours to cover a distance if it travels at a speed of 40 miles an hour. Okay, they've given me speed and they've given me time. What should be its speed to cover the same distance in 15 hours? So I guess what I need to do, first of all, is I need to figure out what this first distance was, because I don't know. It says a car takes 4 hours to cover a distance if it travels at a speed of 40 miles an hour. I have speed, I have time. So let's figure it out what distance is. Distance is speed times time. So I've got 40 times 4, and that gives me 160 miles. That's the first part of the problem. This is where a lot of people would stop, not realizing that's not really what they're asking. They're saying, what will its speed be to cover the same distance in 1.5 hours? So now I've been given a new time, and I've calculated my distance that I need to use, which is 160. And now I need to do speed. Speed is distance over time. Well, now it's easy. It's 160 divided by 15. And that would be 106.66 miles per hour. Okay, that one's a little more complicated than most of the problems you'll be asked for. But the important thing is, anytime you have a formula, and many of the formulas we have are similar to this, where they can be broken into three variables. For example, here's another one. We're about to learn about momentum, which for some reason looks like a P. Momentum equals mass times velocity. Momentum is the fact that if a really heavy truck is heading toward you and they slam on the brakes, it's going to take them a lot longer to come to a full stop than if it was just a little tiny Prius or something. Mass times velocity. A big object that's moving fast is harder to stop than a small object moving fast. So here is the formula. If I wanted to put that into the triangle, I just look at this, that P equals mass times velocity. So I need to put mass here times velocity, and momentum is on top. So just draw the triangle, draw the formula inside it so that if it's being multiplied, the two things are next to each other, and if it's divided, that you have the right division there. And now you have a graphic representation of the formula that makes it very simple without any chance of messing it up to know exactly what you need to do to calculate any one of those variables. Thank you very much.